What's up? It's Phoenix Bars, the Paradigm Killer. Once again, family. Once again. And through dealing with people's perceptions on You Have Been Exposed live stream, the most popping live stream on YouTube. If you don't know, shout out Low Freak, shout out Big Dread 305. We here. But through dealing with people and their perceptions, their biblical perceptions, I'm back on my bloodhound. And this has just prompted me to go through and give people a more true, because I ain't saying that I got it all. I ain't saying that I know it all, none of that. Never that. Never that. And see, that's what blocks people off from true knowledge. Thinking that they know it all. Thinking that they can't learn from other people. So, through dealing with people, I just found out that, honestly, people do not have an understanding of their own shit at all. So, if you claim to speak with reverence and that you actually know the system or the book that you basically bow down and worship, and you think the Apocrypha is frivolous, you really just don't know anything. You don't know anything. You're believing what you're told, and you haven't done any research. So, I'm going to show y'all this book. See, this is the Septuagint. This is the Septuagint. And this is one of the two translations of the Septuagint. But you see, this translation from the Greek has the Apocrypha with it. So why do people think the Apocrypha and people think these lost books are frivolous? Especially the Apocrypha. And it kind of kills me because people will look into the Dead Sea Scrolls, which is basically the Apocrypha for the New Testament, but they don't look into the Apocrypha, which is paired more so with the Old Testament. So, let me get into Books of the Bible 102, family. Books of the Bible 102. And it's sad that I have to do this, because I think this is real step A shit. And it really just breaks my heart that I have to fucking do this shit, because I want people to catch up. It doesn't really break my heart. I want people to catch up, so what has to be done has to be done. The translator of one of the two only translations of the Septuagint, which people say the Septuagint is the Bible. Crazy. So, the translator, Sir Lancelot Charles Lee Burton, sorry. He lived from between 1807 to 1862. Okay? Next point. Like I already said, this is one of the two English versions of the Septuagint. Now let's get into who this person, who he is and who he was associated with. Okay? Let's go. He was trained at the ministry in Oxford. He was ordained by the Church of England in 1830. Okay. So if you read the English language, your translation of the Septuagint comes from the 1800s. Okay. He was basically a student of John Darby, the father of futurism, which is the rapture theology. And John Darby, basically his teachings led to the Schofield Reference Bible, which, a lot of people think is complete horseshit, which I kind of tend to agree. Okay? So let's get into a little bit about the Apocrypha. This most likely is going to be a part 1, because y'all know how I go. I have so many bookmarks. On this subject. It's about to get real hairy. Okay, the Apocrypha. The word origin is medieval Latin, which means secret. It is from the Greek word meaning obscure or hide away. Okay. The Protestant reformer Martin Luther favored the Masoretic canon. And I wanted to say this about these people. Martin Luther, the church father Jerome. See, it's a pattern that I notice of what they do. They want to keep the especially the Apocrypha. And look into this. Instead of leaving comments saying I'm a liar, instead of trying to jump on a live stream and call me a liar, look into it. But what these people do every time is they see the reverence in these texts and they put it in either another section or they totally sequester it for themselves and their families and their people. Okay? Let's use our own common sense. Let's use our own minds to interpretate this information. And no matter how pointless you think history is, it is one of the catalysts to understanding this information, along with symbology. The symbols in history will lead that ass to some fucking truth. Okay? So, I'm just not understanding why people feel the need to fix their lips and say that the Apocrypha is completely frivolous. And I'm just going to throw out as much as I can in the last couple minutes. Okay? Let's go back to John Darby for a second. See, John Darby was basically the founder of the Plymouth Brethren. And we're talking about the Reformation. The Reformation, family. This is when, and this is late. This is very late. Very, very late. So, you're going off of an opinion of people who want to question knowledge for their own gratification, for their families. for their families, no one else. And see, that's not very Christian-like. I'm just going to be straight 100 and say that that's not very Christian-like at all. Sequestering information for yourself and leaving the public in complete ignorance. And that's what these people have done. So let's get into this. Like I said, going back to John Darby, he was taught, he was educated in Westminster School and Trinity College in Dublin. You know, he studied theology. He established the Church of Ireland. And going back to this Plymouth Brothers thing, these Plymouth Brothers, brethren, okay, Anglo-Irish Bible teacher who influenced the popular opinion about the Bible that people have, no matter what the race, no matter what the creed, no matter what the nationality, they believe in what John Darby. And see, it's sad that they want to be hung up on this oral law thing, but give me the proof for the oral law. Give me the proof for the oral law. And I've been digging, I've been looking. Y'all know how I go in, and I don't see it. Okay, but I do see the point. I do see the proof of this reformation with Martin Luther and Martin Luther, basically one of the main proponents of this. And let me just touch on, see, these people believe in a way of thinking called sola scriptura. And that sola scriptura is really the belief that their doctrine is the sole infallible doctrine that will rule the faith and practice of Christianity. So I just want to throw it out there. Now let's see what else I can share real quick before I end this. Let me just throw this out here real quick, since it is the Books of the Bible 102. These people have lied to you. The Holy Bible, or Hebrew Scriptures, which is a Latin, the actual term Hebrew Bible is a Latin word. So anybody who thinks that the Latin, see, I keep on trying to demonstrate this to you. The Latin between medieval Latin and Latin, there's many types of Latin, but the Latin language was the so-called lingua franca of your oppression. Okay? Let me just touch on a couple things. See, this is so easy. This is so light work. The term Hebrew Bible is attempted to provide significant with respects to the content, but avoid to any particular interpretative tradition or theology school of thought. So, and this is not a bash on Hebrews at all. At all. If the system works, the system works, family. If the system works, it works. But don't force feed me your horse shit. I'm gonna end it right